It is media day here in Tampa, Florida, as Alabama gets ready to go head-to-head against Clemson in the national championship game. And of course, Kevin, media day also means the media circus, and the first time that we get to talk to new offensive coordinator Steve Sarkisian. I want to get your thoughts. You were over there. You got to ask some questions. Overall, sort of what was your takeaway from his comments today?
Well, he was certainly the star of the show. He was the one everyone wanted to hear from because we hadn't heard from him all season long during his 4 months as an Alabama analyst. And so this was his coming out party at Alabama, if you will. Look, it wasn't his first rodeo. He's been a Power 5 head coach. He's been the head coach at USC, one of the preeminent programs in college football. So he knows how to handle himself behind a microphone. He knows how to answer questions. And he was very good again today. Remember, Lauren, he was going to work in television had he not signed on at Alabama as an analyst this season. So he was very polished. He was very polite. He would stop. If someone tried to get his attention from one side of the crowd, he would say, "I'll get to you in a second." He would go back to the initial questioner. It was a very pleasant experience talking to Steve Sarkisian today.
Will be interesting to see if he can step up his Twitter game like Lane Kiffin there. Now, of course, some talk and discussion this week around the Alabama football program about how Lane Kiffin made his exit, that there was discussion that possibly some guys from the offense took their concerns to Nick Saban, and that's kind of what led him to be ousted a little bit earlier than anticipated. What did you take from it? I know you got to talk to a couple of the players to see if any of those concerns, rumors, whatever you want to call it's true. What did you get from it?
Well, I talked to a couple of the leaders on the offensive side of the ball, and it was interesting the difference in their answers. Cam Robinson said absolutely false, that he didn't know of any such meeting between the offensive players and Saban complaining about Lane Kiffin, nor did he participate in any such meeting. When I asked Damian Harris, he said, "I don't know anything about that." And that was pretty much it. Even more striking to me, though, I asked Damian Harris, "Do you feel for Lane Kiffin at all that he doesn't get to finish the job the last game, the last week?" He took a swig from his water bottle and said, "Tough question."
So
that was pretty much the answer to the question.
Yes.
There were no tears today that I saw shed for Lane Kiffin. It was business as usual, plug and play, one man out, next man up.
Well, and going along with that, you have to imagine you're getting ready to go into, of course, the biggest game of the year, the final game of the year. And now, while Sarkisian has been here as an analyst, that begs the question, how comfortable are the players with Sarkisian at this point now that he's being able to communicate with him this first week of practice and really the only week they've actually been able to have one-on-one communication?
They're saying all the right things. They're acting as if it's plug and play, like it's no difference. I think they're being a little too casual or polished or well coached. Look, they're coached before they deal with the media, just as they're coached before they play another team. And I'm sure they were told what to say and how to say it. And they said all the right things. But it's a lot different talking to us in that arena across the street than it is lining up against Clemson in that stadium down the road on Monday night.
All right, Kevin, thank you so much. He's Kevin Scarbinsky. I'm Lauren Sisler. And of course, if you want to see Steve Sarkisian's entire press conference from Media Day, you can see that on AL.com.